Jefferson County, and Ryan Dean, he's been out there throughout the entire morning. Hi, Ryan.
Hey, good morning to you, Jim. Yeah, it's still falling here in the Arnold area, and I would say we've been here since 4 o'clock this morning. At first, it was, felt like more like a sleet type of snow, and now the flakes are definitely lighter and fluffier. Behind me, this is Interstate 55. We are just south of 141. It looks like we can see actually one lane of pavement. That is great news because I can tell you that crews have been out all morning long. Yeah, this video was taken about 3 hours ago, and you see all those plows in a line. That's what we've been seeing here in the Arnold area, the gang plow formation. We have 4 or 5 plows going down the interstate at one time, trying to clear a path. Now, the difficult part has been the wind. I talked to IDOT and MoDOT, and they both say the wind has been really, really dangerous because what happens is this, as soon as they clear, you have the blowing snow that goes right back over the pavement. And you know what? The cold temps also a concern.
We'll have crews in tonight continuing that operation. Of course, tonight the temperatures are really going to drop so that our chemicals work slower. It takes longer for all that to happen. So we will be out full crews all day tonight and tomorrow.
And I can tell you that early on, it looked like things were just fine when it came to folks on the road. A lot of people staying home. But then once 7, 8 o'clock came, we saw folks trying to get out a little bit, maybe venture out, and they were ending up getting stuck in certain areas, especially in parking lots. We actually met a woman who lives 80 miles from here. She was with her friend. They were trying to make it to the hospital for chemo treatment, and she was just having a tough time getting out of the parking lot.
They're brutal, absolutely brutal. The ice underneath the snow, you can't walk, you can't drive, it's hard to travel. It's very brutal out here.
And obviously you're having to travel for a reason, real reason. Yeah.
We wouldn't have gotten out if it wasn't for her chemo and radiation. We would be at home. Please stay home. If you don't got to be out here, don't be out.
Yeah. To push her out of the parking lot and get her on her way to the hospital. She was able to make that chemo appointment for her friend, so that is great news. But conditions are not great. Again, you might see one lane of pavement depending on where you are, but MoDOT obviously asking folks to give them time. IDOT, same thing, saying, look, their plows, their plow drivers are tired. They need, they're stressed out. Give them space to operate. That is the very latest here in Jefferson County. I'm Ryan Dean, 5 on your side.
All right, be safe. Thank you, Ryan. We are also in the Metro East, where IDOT crews are clearing the roads. We have a crew live in Alton. We'll get a look there in about 10 minutes. But first, let's go west to Wentzville. Our Sydney Stallworth has been live in that community all morning. The city under a snow emergency. Crews working to clear snow that just keeps piling up. Sydney?
Okay, that's right. Now, it is really coming down here in Wentzville, and it has not stopped since early this morning. Crews have been working since midnight on Tuesday to try to clear the roads and push that snow. Ryan had it right when he said as soon as they plow an area, the wind just blows even more snow to that same spot. So please be patient with crews, and there are a couple of things that you can do to make it a little bit easier for them while they're trying to clear these roads.
One of the major things we stress on that is trying to get cars, they're parked particularly in residential roadways, into their driveways and off the road. So it's not only just safer for our drivers, it's much more efficient. It allows them to work their way through the subdivision without concern over hitting vehicles.
It's all hands on deck here in Wentzville. They're pulling employees from the Public Works, Park and Rec, even the engineering departments to get behind the wheel of snow plows today and help clear these streets. Now, watching where you park is more than just a suggestion. It's actually one of the rules the city's snow emergency has put in place. As long as this snow emergency is in effect, it's illegal for cars to park on Wentzville City public roads. Those cars could be towed if they're in the way of the plows. You are allowed, though, to park in driveways. That's even encouraged, even if you're blocking the sideways, because it all helps to get crews a clear path through these streets.
At any given time, there's between 12 and 15 trucks on the road. So, between those two shifts, about 25 to 30 people, as you do have the support staff that are also in there that are loading salt. There are the vehicle maintenance crews that are on there making sure that the trucks keep operating.
As of now, the snow emergency here in Wentzville is in effect until 4 p.m. And it's not just city crews out here working on these roads. We have county crews as well. We're told by the county engineer that there are about 40 workers having to do 800 miles of road, and they've all been working a 12-hour shift. So our hearts go out to them. Live in Wentzville, Sydney Stallworth, 5 on your side.
All right, great job, Sydney, and great job to our morning crew for all of the long hours they spent in the cold. Take a look at this. Day 2 of travel delays and cancellations. This is St. Louis Lambert International Airport. The plows worked through the night to try to stay ahead of the snow. Hundreds of flights have been canceled again today. Yesterday, Lambert saw one of the highest cancellation rates in the entire country. There are delays for Metrolink riders again today, too. Trains are not running from Emerson Park to Shiloh Scott. It's all due to ice accumulation on the overhead wires. Shuttle buses are taking riders between stations. Metrobus and Coloride, they are also running behind schedule. And we're getting word from local grocers. All Schnucks stores will close at 4:30 today. Dierberg's is closing at 5:30, so you do have a very short window to get some necessities, but again, road conditions are just not good for any trip outside. This is a storm affecting most of the country. As far as Texas, there are about 70,000 customers without power right now. South Bend, Indiana reported a record snowfall yesterday, 11.2 inches. Central Illinois got upwards of a foot of snow. Parts of New York and New England expecting to get just as much or more. Stay with 5 on your side for continuing coverage of the winter storm. You can get us on all of your devices. Look for our free app for your iPhone, Android, or on Roku and Amazon Fire TV.